Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're the new to bourbon guys.
All right, so this is another double blind tasting. Some other ones have been a little bit disappointing for some.
Man, last week's was garbage.
Yeah, it was a little bit more difficult than we thought, so we're gonna give it another shot and see how we do.
Hopefully these taste better, because those other ones were.
Last week's was hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think we'd recommend any of those.
Oh, well,
and the thing is, we're the surprising thing to me is that we're fans of. We're both fans of Penelope, all of us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is the Penelope did not show well.
But that Penelope, and if you go back and look at that episode previously when we did that double blind,
put the link
that was the architect, if I remember correctly. Is that right? Yeah. And I had never had that particular Penelope. And I think I'm more familiar with the red one. Yeah, which I think is the barrel proof. And then there's also a toasted barrel Penelope. I don't know if we've had one on the show. I have one at the house. I don't know if we've ever had that one on the show.
I haven't had toasted Penelope.
Yeah. So anyway,
so we're back at it again today. We're trying to pick the distillery. We've been pretty good at picking some distilleries here, but we haven't gotten them on the right.
I have not gotten the distillery.
But we haven't gotten the distillery on the right bottle.
No, it's weird. Maybe it's lingered and we've had that residual taste and we picked it the next time. It's weird.
So we said this off camera too. There are certain distilleries that we're used to in a particular barrel, like a particular age, or sometimes they're a single barrel, and those are going to have a different flavor. So, one single barrel to another single barrel, even though they could be the same thing, similar proof, and the same age, you're going to get different notes from one to another. So you may be familiar with one and think you're able to identify it, and then you go drink a different single barrel, and it's different.
And some of these that have been picked too have been picked different for a reason. I mean, we're not just doing Russells. We're not just doing a Makers. We're not just doing, Buffalo Trace stuff. I mean, we pick some things that were a little bit different that not everybody buys all the time.
That's right.
Some of them are single barrels. Some of them are allocated. Some of them are kind of a little bit different.
And maybe this will help you all. If you haven't bought one of these, you can try it through us vicariously,
Yeah. And if we don't like it, give it a shot. You might like it. You may still say it's not good. So again,
if you two don't like it, I probably do.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So again, we're at distillery. We're going to pick proof.
Yep.
Finished or unfinished, and then we're going to rank the three in order of how we view them and like them.
And the order that we're going to taste them in is going to be 1, 2, and 3. So if you're watching this video, we're going to go from your left to right. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. And
Don't
whatever.
Right this time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Number one. Cheers.
I love the nose.
Yeah, no joke.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude.
Big time.
What does
it's
it smell
like
like?
cherries.
Definitely cherries.
Like big time cherries.
That is good nose.
Cherries and like stewed cherries on the stove top.
Would it surprise you if I didn't get cherries?
Not at all, Bill.
It almost smells weeded.
It does actually smell weeded.
Ooh.
That's really good.
That's pretty good stuff.
Wow, that is
delightful.
That's going to be really hard to beat.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think I know what it is.
I think it's over 100.
You think?
What are you getting on proof on that one, Bill?
I think it's high. You think it's high too?
Yeah, I think it's like 123.
Oh, if you're saying 123, you've got a particular bottle in mind.
Yeah, I do. I think I know what it is because I know this bottle because I've had it recently.
Okay.
I don't.
And
I was gonna guess
just because you said that, I'm gonna go a little higher.
Okay, I'm good with that. Go higher, bro.
I'm going 125.
Okay. This is.
I'll go 120. I'm not getting it.
I don't think it's finished.
Look at the color between the three. I know we have different levels of pours, but like put them close to each other and look at them.
Yeah,
They're pretty darn close.
Yeah, they're all pretty dark.
I'm putting that at a fairly high age. There's a lot of. That's really good.
Oh, it smells really good and it tastes just as good. You know what this kind of tastes like?
You know what's funny? Here's the funny thing. I see what distillery you wrote down. And last time we were on the channel, David made a comment about he doesn't like that one, and now
I can see his paper. He wrote, kind of go ahead and say what you wrote down.
Larceny.
Yeah, he wrote down Larceny. I think Larceny has funky.
but you're not getting the funk off of this one.
No.
This smells
I think it tastes
amazing.
amazing.
Well, we'll see if it's Larceny or not.
Yeah.
You think maybe it's had time to air out, like we talked about in episodes?
That's possible. I would not have guessed Larceny on this one.
All right, well, let's move on to number 2.
That is crazy good. You know, I think a solid second could be Weller Foolproof. Someone write that down for a second.
See, I'm not getting as high a proof as you're getting because I was almost thinking with that weeded flavor, I was almost thinking a 107.
A Weller 107?
Yeah, because I don't know that.
Wait till you taste it.
I don't know that.
Oh, is it better?
You guys were kind of nudging me up a proof, but I don't think it's that high.
This is sweeter.
Yeah. That's pretty
Wow,
good.
that's really good.
That's good. Man,
Wow,
these
this
are
is
all
already,
way better.
This is way better than
a
last
lot better than
week's.
last week. Man, that's good. Number 2's good.
Oh my gosh. Number 2 is real good. I think I've had number 2. I need a little sip of water.
I'm bringing down my proof on number 1 because I think number 2 drinks higher for me.
I think they're all about the same.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I do. I mean, within 10 points.
I think I know what that one is. I think I've had that bottle too. There's like a distinct hay finish on it. You getting that at all on the back end?
A little bit. On number 2?
Yeah, like at the very finish.
Yeah. Number 2 smooth. I mean, I think number 2 flows really, really well. I think.
Oh man, I don't know how number 3 is going to even stack up to these first 2. Those first 2 are crazy good.
I'm having a hard time with number 2. I can't figure that one out at all.
Well, I'm going number 3.
I'm on number 3 now. You know what I'm going to do?
Man, but which one do you rank first?
Water.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, those are good. I don't know. I'm not sure where to rank those yet.
I think I like number 1 the best. Number 2 is number 2 to me, and I think number 3 is number 3. I think it's non-finished.
Yeah, I don't. Well, David doesn't have his stuff down, but
I'm writing it now.
okay. Yeah. So, guys, it's
I've never
all these bourbons are really good, and you know the producer. I think it's kind of evident the way she kind of grouped things.
Our producer.
Yeah. So, you know, a couple weeks ago she did one and they were all very close in proof, right? Within 1 point.
Really, really close. They're all like
Then
120, 121, I think.
Then last week she did something, she threw them all in there and they were all finished. And so then it was hard to figure out where all the finish was.
Yeah.
And then this week, I'm not sure. I mean,
Man, that
the proofs are similar. These are all dark. They've been. I mean, these are all really good. So, anyway,
I think we should get some Miller Lights to clean their palate.
I'm not sure. Well, I have a guess on. I don't know what. I can't remember what the full proof is on 1792.
No clue what this third one is. No clue.
Do you remember what full proof is on 1792?
I do not.
1792. It varies.
What's the full proof?
It varies.
Full proof. They normally would put it in the barrels
usually
of the same
125.
proof.
Unless it's a private pick. I've had some 131s.
That doesn't taste 125 to me.
Yeah, but it's 1792.
Yeah.
All right. So there's my ranking.
I have no clue what the third one is. Let me just guess.
I think one of them is 1792.
I do too.
I have it as number 2. But I'm not getting 125 proof off of that.
I think they're all high proof.
I do too.
I think the first one tastes low.
Really?
I think they're all 120 and above.
I think the third one is 107. I don't know the
I think
distillery.
you're way
I'm
wrong
low?
on that. Absolutely.
I think the first one's 107.
Well, why don't we find? Let's go through what we're picking. So, all right. So, David, what did you pick for? Get your rank done. Get your rank done.
I've got a tie for second, if that's even possible. Man, I'm going to have to go back and...
You gotta do it again. It's okay. There are worse things.
You're going to have to put David on the clock. It's going to be a shot clock here.
It's a new pitching clock. Be really upfront with y'all. It's more like this to me.
Yeah, I'm right. See, oh, well, they're all good.
They're all real good.
Here, let me put mine a little closer, and then you can see.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
There.
You're appeasing me.
Yeah, I think these two could go either way.
I kind of agree with you on that.
Just depends on.
This is definitely third for me, and I think we did the same thing, you and I.
Yeah.
All right, David, what you got?
Okay.
You're doing equal.
I'm doing these equal. So I've got...
But there can only be one.
I think number 1 tastes like Weller 107.
Wow, I said Weller foolproof, so we're close on that.
I think, and I've ranked that one number 1. I don't think any of these are finished because I'm not getting any of that, I'm not getting any of that different flavor on the finish. So on number 2, I've got these 2 and 3 tied for second place. I think this is a 1792 full proof.
I said the same thing.
You said the full proof you think might be 125. This does not drink as a 125. It drinks closer to like maybe a 115.
Yeah. Okay.
This is, I think, Larceny. I think it's higher.
So what do you think number 1 is? Weller 107, Larceny, and then 1792?
No, Weller 107, 1792 full proof, and Larceny.
Which Larceny?
Barrel strength.
You think it's a barrel strength?
I think it is. I think it's a higher
It's
proof.
not the 92 proof Larceny.
No.
Okay.
I think it's higher. I think all of these are higher than 100. But these are, all 3 of these I would, whatever they are, I would definitely.
No clue.
So, Bill has written on here on his number 1 and 2, NC. And I'm like, what's an NC? Knob Creek? But you spelled it wrong. No clue. That stands for no.
No, it starts with a K.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but it's not knob. It's no clue. I have no clue what the distillery is on those.
N/C.
Yeah, no clue. But number 3 I said was 1792.
Okay.
All right. I say they're all high proof, 120 and above.
120 and up in all yours.
For all of them.
Okay.
Which one drinks the hottest out of the 3 for you?
I think number 1 drinks the hottest.
Okay.
Okay.
I can get on board with that.
I mean that's what I rank the hottest. And then I'm
you
with
think
you on
number 1's the highest proof?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think number 3 was 1792. And I keep looking at the thing here that says 1792 that says it has absolutely nothing to do with these.
Right.
All these. I mean, this says simple syrup
labels
on it.
On these bottles. The labels mean nothing.
Yeah,
they mean nothing.
They're old
Labels
bottles.
mean nothing. All right. So what about you?
All right. So I have number 1 right here as my number 1 pick. Number 2 is my number 2. Number 3 is my number 3, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
Number 1 I think is Larceny of Barrel Proof. I think it's the I think it's A123 or A231. A123 is what I think it is. My second choice is it could be Weller Full Proof. Those are both wheated bourbons. So
I think it's interesting you select that because I've got an A122 and an A123 on my shelf.
Do you really?
I do.
Are they both open?
No.
Maybe later.
So we'll see which one. What's what?
Now number 2.
We'll see if you called the specific bottle. That'll be interesting.
So I think it's the 23. So I think it's the A123. Write it down, just so it's official. Number 2, I think, was 1792 full proof, and I think it's 125.
You and I guessed the same thing.
So, but going back to number 1, I think number 1 was 123 proof. I know that's really specific, but I remember that bottle being 123 proof. I have a bottle at my house. It's delicious. Okay. So number 2, full proof, 1792, 125 proof, no finishing. Let's talk about that for a second. Have you had a high proof finished barrel? I can only think of one off the top of my head. Angel's Envy is the only one I can think of that's a high proof finished barrel. Right?
I haven't had a high proof.
Leave some comments. If y'all have some y'all can think of, leave it in the comments.
What is that?
How high is that?
That's it.
That's a 110.
Oh, that's a really good bottle right there.
And it's port wine barrels. So that's
there you go.
110. That's 110.
But that's not really that high.
Not
110.
Not compared to these.
Well, when you compare it to 80.
I consider higher proof 120 and up.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what these are.
Yeah.
80, I think.
Oh,
is
and
the
then my
lowest bourbon could
third,
be.
this is my third ranking. I have no clue. I have NC, just like this kid over here. I think it's 107 proof. I don't think it's finished. No clue what it is.
Okay, so
I know, right?
all right, you both picked a Larceny, and you both picked a 1792.
So did you? Oh, no,
I picked a 1792, and one of these was 1792.
Really?
but it wasn't any of them that we picked.
No joke.
1792 was number one. I said no clue. You said it was Weller
tasted like
107,
Weller
and you thought it was the Larceny.
I thought it was either Larceny or Weller Foolproof.
Okay, number two, which was my number one pick, your number two pick, you had it tied for second.
Second place, yep.
Is Heaven's Door. It's a barrel. It's a store pick that was on my shelf, and it may be a full. I'm sure it's a foolproof. It might be a barrel proof. Can you grab?
We need to look now.
Yep. And then number three is Larceny.
Okay, so I got Larceny right.
Yep.
HD. Here's Heaven's Door.
All right, let's go ahead and put that one in the middle so that we can see
the proof
that.
is written out.
It's got to be over 120.
121.
121.
121.
And that's which one?
and that's number two. And I said it was 120 proof.
And I said it was 125.
I said it was 125 also, but that's only because I thought it was the 1792 full proof, which you believe to be 125. I thought it was 120.
And 1792 is number one.
Number one.
And what's the proof on that one?
125.
125.
You were correct about the full proof on that.
Yep. And then Larceny was number three. Mm-hmm. What number is it?
That's the 22.
That's the 22. Okay, so you were off
And
on
it was
that.
126.
Turn
So
that
I
one
said
around.
107.
126.6.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I said it was 120.
I said 120 also.
So, yeah. So you guys you missed on number one thinking it was 107 proof, and it was 125.
Right.
I was close on that one.
You were close.
But you made the comment when I said that. What was the first thing you said? I said, I think it's a low proof. And you said, yeah, but if it's 1792, it's going to drink
that.
lower. And so it does drink lower.
See, I thought it was the highest one.
That is so weird.
Yeah. So, I think we did okay.
The only one I got correct was the Larceny.
Well, I didn't get any of it.
Now, go back and taste number one again. Y'all go taste number one again.
I got the proofs closer.
Now that we know what they are, obviously we're biased now. Does that, you still get the cherries like crazy on that?
Cherry like crazy.
It's like
completely.
unreal.
The nose is fantastic. This is an excellent bottle. And I've never had, this is the first time I've ever had Heaven's Door, and I will be buying a bottle of that.
Yep, I will too.
That is a store pick. So,
Great.
yeah.
Great.
That's the thing is you got to, it's a store pick.
Now. On the hunt.
Yep.
So I'm pleasantly surprised on the Larceny. I've always thought Larceny was a bit odd.
Now, Larceny is also,
I got no phone.
isn't that Jim Beam as well? Or is
I think it's that same thing as Old Fitz, isn't it?
Oh, that's right, it is.
I don't know, is it? I think it is.
If it's,
I
then
believe that's correct.
Old Fitz is Heaven Hill.
It's Heaven Hill.
Elijah Craig.
Go taste number three again, y'all.
Johnny
Taste that one again.
Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Larceny. 126.6.
That's good, but it's not as good as the other two. I maintain my 1, 2, 3 status.
I'm still tying on these two.
Man, that
After
foolproof though
third
was like,
place.
that is-
1792.
Yes.
1792.
1792 foolproof is unreal.
And I have a bottle of this at the house unopened. I think I'm going to go open it.
Well, I know what's going to happen tonight.
That's right.
Well, guys, give us some comments. Let us know what you think about these. If you've had some store picks around the Heaven's Door, if you've had some of that, tell us what you think about that. Obviously, 1792 has been around a long time. This is a phenomenal bourbon. If you have a chance to pick that up, I'd pick up that one over the Larceny. Any of these. I would buy all three of these again.
Funny story about 1792. My first bottle of bourbon that I bought was a 1792.
You still have that bottle, man.
I still have that bottle.
I think we drank from that bottle on the show.
We did.
On one of our first episodes.
I'm sure we'll link it if we did.
I'll have to go hunt for that one.
It's been a while.
See if we can find that.
All right. Well, guys, drink, enjoy, and share. Come back and visit us again. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, we're the New Bourbon Guys. Have a good day.